Ladies and gentlemen, U.S. food banks struggle to feed hungry amid surging prices. So, inflation is now driving a lot more people to food banks. So, this is November 27th, 2021. As the holiday season arrives, it's a familiar predicament at the Lion Co op Food and Hygiene Pantry. So they said, we've been serving a lot more students this year. Our shelves are dwindling. And this is according to one of the coordinators up at the pantry. And we need to restock things pretty quickly. The ability to keep up with supply of goods with the demand from students is fairly easy because the pantry serves a small targeted population. Well, that's different depending on other parts of the country. Many other larger operations haven't been so lucky this fall. U.S. food banks, already dealing with increased demand from families sidelined by the pandemic, now face a new challenge: surging food prices and supply chain issues that also are plaguing the rest of the nation. The higher costs and limited availability means some families may get smaller servings or substitutions for staples such as peanut butter, which costs nearly double what it did a year ago. As the holidays arrive, some food banks worry they won't have enough donations to get through Christmas. What happens when food prices go up is food insecurity. For those who are experiencing it, it's just getting worse. All right, so Feeding America is a nonprofit organization that coordinates the efforts of more than 200 food banks across the country. Food banks that expanded to meet unprecedented demands brought on by the pandemic won't be able to absorb forever food costs that are 2 to 3 times what it used to be. Supply chain disruptions, lower inventory, and labor shortages have all contributed to increased costs for charities on which tens of millions of people in the US rely on for nutrition. Donated food is more expensive to move because transportation costs are up, and bottlenecks at factories and ports have made it difficult to get goods of all kinds. If a food bank has to swap out for smaller sizes of canned tuna or make substitutions in orders to stretch their dollar, it is like adding insult to injury to a family reeling from uncertainty. All right, so Transnational Foods Inc. delivers to more than 100 food banks associated with Feeding America, said canned foods from Asia, such as fruit cocktail, pears, and mandarin oranges, have been stuck overseas because of a lack of shipping container space. Issues in supply seems to be improving and prices stabilizing, but they expect costs to stay high after so many people got out of the shipping business during the pandemic. An average shipping container coming from Asia prior to CV cost about $4,000. Today, the same container is about $18,000. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Nonprofit also is experiencing challenging with increased energy costs. So we provide and deliver food to our 270 hunger relief partners spread across 28 counties for free. So they're protected from inflation in energy prices and can continue to serve their communities. The food bank is unfortunately not protected from inflation. Of course it's not. And you got the whole winter to get through, and heating costs, and some of that food have to be in certain temperatures. So I guess, yeah, they're right. That would all add up. For example, pre pandemic shipments typically took no more than 30 days. Now the organization is ordering food 3 to 6 months ahead, wow, of time to be able to serve its partners. The struggle is all the more urgent because of the way the pandemic has affected food insecurity across the region. Approximately 1 in 6 children and 1 in 7 adults face hunger in southwest Missouri before the pandemic. Now it's roughly 1 in 5 children and 1 in 6 adults face hunger. Ozarks Food Harvest is coming off a successful fiscal year, having distributed a record $37 million worth of food and funds over the service area. Mm-mm-mm. So they got a lot of different organizations around the country. It's a lot of them. When you do a story like this, you really realize it. So, as long as people are out here buying more for food, donations, they said, are not going up, they're actually waning. So they're saying this situation could become critical as the year goes on into 2022. So it's a lot of uncertainty a lot of uncertainty out here when it comes down to food. And I can see how it would be easy for these food banks to dry up. Food is costing a lot more money. And whatever people get, they're not going to donate if they spent a lot of money to get the food in the first place. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this story. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.